usually one to like advertise things about my reproductive system, but here we are in 2020, and at this point, anything goes. I know my mom was like, oh my gosh, she's talking about her reproductive system on the internet. Where did I go wrong? Mama, this is to help other people, okay? So since this year has been trash, I want to try to like, give y'all information about something that can make anybody with your female reproductive system feel better about the moon sickness, okay? So these FLO gummy vitamins, by the way, this is not sponsored. This is just me like totally just giving information. So, anyone who knows me like super personally knows that my moon sickness is terrible. Like we're talking heating pad, like about to puke, doubled over in pain, crying on the phone with my mama, and then she just tells you go take a nap. Just bathrooms, my friend, all that. Like we're talking, I may or may not have called out of work a couple of times. So, and I've also been on birth control, but that didn't work for me either. So we're gonna go with the natural. So I saw these on Facebook because Facebook listens to your problems. But that's another video for another day. And I kept seeing the advertisements because I've been on Pinterest previously, just trying to like find ways to, alleviate your moon sickness and PMS and all that. And so, of course, Facebook listened. And I kept seeing ads, and then finally I clicked on the comments, and I saw nothing but really like good comments. And I was just like, okay, are these bots? Or like, what's going on? Like, I need to see. And of course, I ended up doing research because, we're all quarantined right now, and we ain't got nothing. We have nothing else to do but argue with people on Facebook about something minuscule like popcorn or something. I don't know. So I read the comments, and then I ended up going to the website. And, of course, like these are like vegan, and, just go to FLO. Just type in FLO PMS gummy vitamins, and like they have a website and everything. And I looked at everything. I looked at the ingredients, and I looked at what it's supposed to do. And on the label it says formulated from ingredients that have been traditionally used to help alleviate cramps, bloating, and mood swings. And I was like, okay, cool. I need that in my life. Because after I got off of birth control probably about 3 years ago, and everything was like, okay. But then 2020 happened, and it's not been good for my moon sickness. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just bite the bullet. I'm gonna see how it works, and if it doesn't work, then I guess I just had $25 gummies. So you can subscribe to have a bottle sent to you every month. But I only bought one bottle because I just wanted to try it, and it was like 25 bucks. So I bit the bullet and bought these at like 3 o'clock in the morning one night because, impulse buying with stimulus check, why not? And these are made in California. And these shipped out relatively quickly because I'm on the other side of the country. I'm in Florida. We don't follow directions. We're probably going to screw up this entire quarantine thing. So, actually, we're already screwing it up, but that's another story for another day. And it came within like 3 to 6 days, which isn't bad for it to be, being shipped across the country, especially during this time. So I started taking them. You take 2 a day. And I started taking them with my all the rest of my vitamins. Of course, week 1, nothing's really going to happen because like your body is being introduced to something new, even though it's natural. Week 2, I was like, kind of just chilling or whatever. And week 3, between week 2 and 3, usually my PMS symptoms start kind of creeping in. It's just like, hey sis, how you doing? It's been a month since I seen you. You gonna get pregnant or no? So, of course, ain't nobody come through this door, so we can go ahead and eliminate that. And I'm not even done with these. I'm not done with my first bottle, but I started feeling a difference already. And they usually, well, not they usually, they said on their website and on Facebook that, you know, take a whole bottle first and then the full effect should be in and you'll be good to go. And I want to tell y'all about how I've been feeling. And I've been feeling pretty good about it. And at first I honestly thought that it was just gonna be like kind of like a placebo kind of whatever. I just spent $25 on gummies that are really good. But I'm not gonna lie, like usually when I PMS, I am like a raging hormonal human being. And I'm crying over everything. I'm mad over everything. Like everyone is getting on my nerves. And this time around, if like I was having some sort of mood swing, I noticed it and either changed my attitude or took a nap. And you know, I found myself not being as irritable. Like it still happened, but instead of crying for 3 days straight, I only cried for like, you know, an hour and one day or something like that. I also have noticed that I was not as bloated this time around. And, you know, with cramps, usually, like, cause that's like the thing for me is cramps. And, it's made, like, these have like made it bearable. They've made it bearable, like, you know, cause usually I'm popping 800 milligrams of ibuprofen, like it's M&Ms, cause I'm telling y'all, heating pad is usually my friend during this time. But I will say that I'm starting to become a believer in the FLO Gummy PMS vitamins. They actually have helped me. I feel as though I can kind of go on with my day during like PMS and moon sickness time. Like, I'm not talking like, I'm gonna frolic in fields of flowers and like the pad and tampon commercials and you see a woman like spinning around in circles like, I'm in pain. No, I'm not like that. I'm not like doing cartwheels and doing all that. Like, but I'm not doubled over in pain either. Like, and I can, if I needed to go out somewhere, I could go, basically. And that's the whole point. Because it even says on the label, it says, sweet enough to squash cravings, ring shaped because we're committed to making your period way more tolerable. That's the key word, is tolerable. You know, so it basically, the point of this is to just kind of like make it, this is so you don't like end up like drop kicking somebody because they looked at you wrong or took a corn chip from you or something. Like, this is so you don't get in an argument on Facebook over something so minuscule and you just need to go and take a nap or eat something. So this does help, and I would recommend this to teenagers, to teenage girls, teenage young women, or anybody with an human reproductive system. Because, you know, I know some parents, some moms are just like, I don't want to have my child on birth control. My mom was that way with me when I was a teenager. My cramps were bad then, but she didn't want me to be on birth control. And she's just like, you gonna just have to take some Advil and suffer. But that was 10 years ago. No, 10 to 15 years ago. And now I'm like, I'm an adult, so I'm gonna have gummies instead, Mom. You can't tell me what to do. Actually, yes, you can. So I would recommend these to teenage girls if, you know, like parents, if you have a teenager that is a female, I would recommend these, you know, for PMS and moon sickness. That's if you don't want for your teenager to be on birth control. But if your child is already on birth control, follow your doctor's directions. I ain't no professional. I'm just telling you how I feel. I'm feeling pretty chill right now. Then if these don't work, then just get on the birth control. But try these first. I would try these first. So I didn't mean for this to be like 10 minutes long. It's like 1:30 in the morning and I gotta get up at 7 o'clock so I can go to work and work on my classroom. I don't know if any of this makes sense. So, yeah, FLO gummy vitamins, they do the thing, they win the points, and they make your moon sickness not want to drop kick somebody. Okay, bye.